Here's what I found. So the tank is widest in the center. That's its closest to the 62 mil is right there at the center. And then on the outskirts, about 2 inches in, is its thinnest. So, and that is almost about 30 thousandths of an inch. You wouldn't think that that's much, but in the trajectory of a bullet or your pellet, if you're pulling on your barrel shroud 30 thousandths of an inch, that's enough to start clipping your baffles or messing up, how your rifle is supposed to function. You wouldn't think it, but the space in which you would draw this up is the center line of the tube, right? And with that, when your tube shrinks, you're actually, if you don't shrink it according to that center line, you're pulling on your barrel. And most people don't realize that, but that's probably what ended up happening with this one client. They just went with a 62 millimeter on center of where the receiver is set up. So what that equates to is like what I did right here. So I measured where the barrel is, and that center circle is where the threaded piece of the tank adapter is. But when you shrink, you need to shrink it according to that center line of that tube. So if you don't, like I said, you're going to be pulling on it, because it's going to be, if over here you have the slot, which most people do, it's going to push towards, or it's going to pull it down in order to close up that gap. So this is what I'm suspecting ended up happening with this one client. So I'm more than likely going to send him three trial pieces to see how it matches up with his tank, and some more baffles. And then once we find out what works for him, I'll get him some printed out, and we will have a system now available for a 0.58 liter tank. But I hope you guys like this. It was kind of baffling to me to a certain extent until I saw that there's two different mating surfaces. Not mating surfaces, that's what I call it. Because depending on where you mount it up, it's different measurements. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you later.